was, he disguised himself as a cowherd boy. So he found out that one of the cowherd boys was going to be sick that day, and he thought, now I can infiltrate and I can get into the gunna, into the gang, into the little group, and make my way in, and then I can get to Krishna. Of course, Krishna is a super soul. He knows everything that's going on. So he knew that. But he allowed Pralambasura, he invited him in. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, no problem. We're happy. Like, yeah, so happy you could be here. Yeah. And then they were playing together. And some devotees describe it's like this. Krishna sometimes, he knows the Maya. And he's watching us play with Maya. Go ahead, play with Maya. No problem. She'll burn you in the end. No, it's okay. You may think because we think we're getting away with it. Pralambasura thought, oh, he doesn't know. Right? Anyone here? Don't raise your hand. Anyone here has ever thought, oh, nobody knows. Nobody saw me. Meanwhile, Krishna's always watching. He's always there in the heart. The Devatas are everyone's observing all the time. We're, not just Big Brother, but the biggest brother. Balaram, Big Brother is, always watching. We're always being watched. So we can't get away with anything, and it's just a matter of time before, Pralambasura thought, yeah, I did it, and he won. Even he let him win. Right? He was on Krishna's team and they won. It was like tug of war. And they won. But the winners, what did they have to do? They had to carry the others on their shoulders. No, I guess they lost, right? It was actually they lost. So they lost, and then they had to carry Balaram. He had to carry Balaram. And so he was carrying Balaram. And as he was carrying Balaram, Balaram was thinking, where is he taking me? And he became huge, like Mount Sumeru. And then Balaram is so expert, just with one, that was it. That was the end of Pralambasura. God, Balaram, ki. Jai. And then, I don't have time to go through all of them. So I'll finish with this one, which is one of my favorites, which is the pastime of Romaharshan Sutta, which is extremely instructive. I was hearing a whole lecture, Srila Prabhupada was speaking on Romaharshan Sutta, and he is Pratiloma. He is from, in one sense, a lower caste. He wasn't high caste Brahmin. But he was trained under Srila Vyasadeva. And he was selected by all of the sages of Naimisharanya to be the spokesperson, to recite the Bhagavatam, to be their head, to be their leader. He was sitting on the Vyasasan. They were about to hear from the Bhagavatam, disciple of Vyasadeva, chosen by all the sadhus, sitting on the Vyasasan, and who walks in? Balaram. I mean, if Balaram walks in right now, everybody, just know this. You better put your head on the ground. I'm going to get down off this chair. Mataji's on the floor, and everybody hit the deck. It's like, don't mess around. So Balaram enters. Everybody's offering respect to Balaram except one person. And who's that person? Maharshan Sutta, poor guy. He's just sitting there. And, it's described, the Acharyas described that he thought, no, I've been chosen to sit on the seat. I have to sit here. This is my position, but actually Balaram said, even though you are a learned disciple of Srila Vyasadeva, even though you have studied the Shastra inside and out, but because you have not learned one quality, and what is the quality? Humility. Because you have not imbibed the quality of humility, whatever you speak is just like an actor repeating his lines. The character, the quality has not really been inculcated within you. And so therefore, you're not deserving to be sitting on the Vyasasana. And then he picked up, what did he pick up? It was a revolver? No, what was it? He just picked up a piece of kusha grass, which actually kusha grass is very, very sharp. Sometimes for ceremonies I'll break kusha grass to create something, and then it just goes right. The other day I moved it and I had this splinter in my hand the whole time. I think part of it's still there. So it's very sharp. Actually, kusha grass is considered what? Where does kusha grass come from? It's Varahadev's, it's the hair of Varahadev. It's described after Varahadev came out of the ocean. He went, how animals, when they come out of the water, they go, And he did that, and wherever the droplets landed, that was these hairs of the Lord grew. So like that. So he took just this little piece of kusha grass and I didn't do that to you, I'm sorry, but I just did. And immediately Ramaharshan Sutta was like, hey, I mean, Balaram's pretty tough guy. He's pretty hardcore. So we have to be very careful. It's very hard to understand this Guru Tattva, this Tattva of Lord Balaram. And then there's the Jamuna Karshini Leela, Lord Balaram. And then we'll end with this, that actually, this is Srila Prabhupada speaking, we'll conclude here. So Nityananda means Prakash, Swayam Prakash. Balaram. Balaram is, I mean to say, presenting Krishna. Therefore, Balaram is Guru Tattva. Guru is representative of Balaram, of Nityananda. Guru Nityananda, because he is exhibiting Krishna. He is presenting Krishna, Prakash. Just like when there is sunshine, you can see everything very correctly. That is called Prakash. In the darkness, everything is covered. At night, we cannot see, but during daytime, when there is Prakash, illumination, then we can see everything. So Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram. Balaram is Prakash Tattva. He's manifesting Krishna. Balaram Huile Nitai. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the supreme absolute personality of Godhead. And next, Nityananda is exhibiting him. When Nityananda was preaching in Bengal, he first of all delivered the Jagai and Madai. That was his first business. He showed how to serve Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Nityananda Mahajan Ki. Yes. So in the age of Kali, we take shelter of Balaram in the form of Lord Nityananda, who is not carrying the plow, but he is carrying the mercy of the holy name. And he didn't, when he got smashed on the head, he didn't get up and grab his plow or grab his mace. He prayed for them. And then Lord Chaitanya came and he convinced Lord Chaitanya also to not use his Sudarshan chakra. So in Kali Yuga, we pray for the mercy of Balaram in the form of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Mahajan Ki Jai. Shri Balaram Ji Ki Jai.